Good morning show here on WPGC 95.5. You have seen her before. You have heard her before. She's all over the place doing all kinds of things. We're talking about the one and only Miss
Sherelle Duncan.
Hey.
What up, boo? Come up in here. Listen,
hey.
she been coming up in here with this energy.
This
Had us-
infectious energy.
Listen, had us popping and dancing and dropping
Greeted me in the
and everything
hallway,
in the hallway.
dancing.
Yes.
We was doing the Wakanda dance outside.
I want to
Exactly.
see how low you can go. And
Oh,
you
man,
know,
we
when
get
I,
it.
when I,
We
when I
drop it low.
highlight the socks,
When you
that mean I
highlight the socks,
really,
yes.
really,
rock
really,
with you.
I
Yes.
really rock with you.
I
Like,
can feel it,
serious.
too.
So
You
I-
felt it,
You
right?
had to because he ain't got no shoes
Listen,
on.
I'm talking about by the time she got to her seat, her earrings was gone,
Yeah.
hair sweated
She just
out,
kept 'em
we
off.
all hot and
We-
stuff.
Yeah.
So, Black, if you're listening, it's innocent.
It wasn't
just
us.
us.
We ain't do it.
We were
ain't do it.
dancing.
We just dancing. That's all we. And
I
it
don't
wasn't
know
dirty
where the
dancing.
backs of my
Or maybe
earrings
it
are.
was.
I don't know. They're probably in your socks.
Oh,
So you
my
have
God.
this new podcast. But before we get
Yes.
into that, of course we know that you're cast member, Love and Marriage DC. You want to talk about that a little bit?
Hey.
Okay, moving right along.
Okay, that was
I
good.
love how you respond the same way I do.
Uh-huh.
Like when people ask me about reality TV, I literally don't even mention that show. I don't. It was just
it's-
a learning experiment.
It's one of those things that you have you have a job that
Mhm.
you don't even want to put on your resume, but you'll put on there if you need to. Like
Right.
you just want to forget about it, right?
Right.
Like
Yeah.
if you know, people feel like I've heard that it was a favor for me and my husband to be on that
Oh.
show, but that wasn't a favor.
right.
Because everything that we get and that we've gotten since the show, we already had.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
So there is nothing that exponentially went up in value because
Right.
of the
Right,
of
right.
that
Mhm,
show.
mhm.
So
Right.
I feel you.
I
feel you.
could have done without it. Honestly.
It's like you
Right.
didn't gain, you didn't lose.
Yeah.
at all.
It just happened.
It just
and,
happened.
You know.
You already have favor.
Yeah, exactly.
And one of them is I don't know who this is for podcast. And we know
Yes.
about
Oh my
Friends Who
God.
Smash. So is
Yes.
that a different situation? Is it a
Yes.
new name or rebrand?
No,
Or what's going on with that?
So Friends Who Smash is the podcast with my husband.
Right.
Okay.
But so I just came off a 80-day social media fast.
Mhm.
Nice.
And within that, I found a new love for sobriety.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
So I stopped drinking
Okay.
because those who don't know, I have self-proclaimed myself a addict to alcohol.
Mhm.
The addiction runs in my family
Yeah.
Mhm.
heavy.
Straight up.
And so it got to the point where I felt like I needed alcohol. So
Yeah.
during this time, I reflecting, I started reading, and I felt like a new spiritual level. And I was like, oh my goodness, I don't know what this is for. And I just kept saying it. And as I journaled, I would
Yeah.
just say it. And even in my social media posts before I took the fast, I would say, I don't know who needs this, but
Yeah.
Mhm.
but now it's like, I don't know who this is for. And I was like, I want my voice to be heard outside of my husband.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Because I need people to know that I still have a voice.
Absolutely.
Yes.
And it's big and it's mighty and it has healing powers.
Mhm.
And so I need to do this. And so that's how I came up with I don't know who this is for
So this
podcast.
is
It's
by yourself?
myself.
By
yeah.
yourself.
Yeah.
Wow.
By myself.
It's
So
so it
this
sounds like it's
season,
for you.
yes, it comes out this Monday
Okay.
at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on
Okay.
all streaming platforms.
Yeah.
Nice.
And the visuals are on YouTube. So you can subscribe to my YouTube. The link is in my bio on Instagram, Mrs. Sherelle Duncan. We got 10 guests, beautiful guests. The first guest is my oldest daughter.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
And we
Crazy
talk
girl.
transparently about my insecurities with being a mom
Mhm.
and how she feels about, my drinking and sobriety and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah,
So
yeah.
it's
I
super
love
dope.
it.
I love the
What
fact that
other
you
top-
let it go, that you released that,
Yeah.
because we always say I am this, I'm that,
Yeah.
and this and that,
Yes.
but we claim that,
That
and we have the
was.
power to let it go. So
that
I'm glad
was
you did
a
that.
part of me.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
no longer
Yeah,
part of me.
yeah.
Yeah.
Give us an example of some of the topics you'll be covering throughout the podcast that people can expect to hear.
So we're going to be talking about sexual abuse. We're going to be talking about addiction. We're going to be talking about the LGBTQIA ... community.
Yes.
We're going to be talking about sex,
Uh-huh.
relationships, everything. Like it gets raw and real. So my
Okay.
goal is to make every guest tear up.
Okay.
Mm.
And so it's happened. And so
Okay.
Wow.
it's but
That's
no, not even tear up, but just let go. Be
Absolutely.
That's it.
free.
Release.
That's
Use your voice.
Mhm.
Say what you've been wanting to say, but
Mhm.
they just wouldn't allow you to say it.
Absolutely.
So
Yeah.
I'm allowing everybody to just say exactly what it is you want to say, feel safe. And I want you to feel some level of healing, right?
Mhm.
Because healing is so good. It feels so good. It's almost like an orgasm. It
Mhm.
feels
It is.
really,
Mhm.
really good and you crave it. So
Yeah.
I love it.
that's
Yeah.
I
what
love
it
it.
is.
I
That's what
love
is,
it.
y'all.
This
Thank
is
you.
awesome.
Thank
This
you
is
for
so in
being
your
you.
lane.
Yeah,
this was-
Absolutely. You have
Yes.
such a light. Your
Yeah.
energy is incredible.
Thank
Anybody
you.
that really knows you knows what they're going to get
Yes.
and expect to get when they're around Miss Duncan.
Hey.
Because listen, she brings the party.
Energy.
Yes.
Energy.
Yes.
I mean, and she's sober with this energy. My goodness. What's the name of the podcast one more time? And you said Monday, this coming Monday at 9 a.m.
It's called I Don't Know Who This Is For podcast, and it drops on April Fool's Day, Monday,
What?
April 1st, this Monday at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on all streaming platforms, and the visuals, you can catch it on the YouTube.
On the
Yes.
YouTube. Like you. Black Hope with the in front
of everything. Well, she is the Sherelle Duncan
Yes.
joining us here on the
I
Good
love
Morning
y'all
Show
so
right here on
much. I love y'all
WPGC.
so
Oh,
much.
we
Thank
love
y'all
you
so
too
much.
so
Yes.
much. Thank you.
Thank y'all.